Hello, everybody. We are going to go over the expression not the brightest crayon in the box. When you describe someone as not the brightest crayon in the box, you are calling them stupid. This can be to a person you're talking to or to a third person like a he or a she. To give you some context in this expression, the word bright in English carries another meaning. It also where the sun is bright, gives off a lot of light. We also use the word bright to show that someone is smart, to describe someone as smart. So when we're saying not the brightest crayon in the box, we're using not, we're kind of using this negative term to kind of describe someone as not bright. So we've got not the brightest crayon in the box. So someone is, you're referring to someone as just not being very smart. So we're going to go over a few expressions in which we can, a few sentences in which we can use this expression. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, if I'm talking to somebody, if I'm talking to you, and maybe you say something that doesn't sound too intelligent, I can say, you're not the brightest crayon in the box. You're not the brightest crayon in the box. If I want to add emphasis to that, I can say, you're definitely not the brightest crayon in the box. So that's just me saying that you are not smart. Maybe you said something kind of weird or strange or kind of stupid to me. So that's what I would say. This is something I may say back. So it's very sarcastic, this expression is. It's very, very sarcastic. Now, if you see someone away from you, maybe across the street, kind of acting a little crazy or a little stupid, and let's say it's a young man, so you can point at this guy and say, that boy's definitely not the brightest crayon in the box. Or if it's someone that you're referring to that you know, you can say, that boy's not the brightest crayon in the box. So you can also use dudes or girl. If it's a girl you're describing, that girl's not the brightest crayon in the box. So you're just saying that someone that you may know, and probably the listener knows, is this someone is not very intelligent. Now we can also begin a sentence with a possessive like my. So I can say, if I have kind of a dull, dim-witted boss, I can say my boss is not the brightest crayon in the box. If it's say like my brother, if I'm talking about my brother, I can say my brother's not the brightest crayon in the box. I can use definitely for emphasis. So my brother's definitely not the brightest crayon in the box. There's a couple of more expressions we can go over. So this is going to be more like you giving an opinion of somebody. So in this case, if you kind of want to state an opinion about someone, you can say, I don't think or I don't consider. So in this case, if I don't think you're very smart, I could say, or if that's my opinion, then I can say, I don't think you're the brightest crayon in the box. I don't think you are the brightest crayon in the box. If I'm referring to somebody else, I can say, I don't think he's the brightest crayon in the box. Now you can also say, I don't consider. So again, this is very opinion based. So you can say, I don't consider her the brightest crayon in the box, or I don't consider you the brightest crayon in the box. So when you're using I don't consider, you're going to want to use an objective pronoun. So if I could be talking to you. So the objective pronoun of you is you, but the objective pronoun of he is him, and the objective pronoun of she is her. So if you're using don't consider, be sure to use the objective pronoun. So that's going to conclude this lesson, and you can go ahead and start making some of your own sentence variations using not the brightest crayon in the box. And thank you for following along.